offensive and mindless violence.
Ew, that is gross.
This is fun. Good old-fashioned fun, actually, and if anything, this game reminds us of that splendid 16-bit era when shooting was funny, bosses were ludicrous, and the idea of turning a video game into a slick Hollywood film sounded like the dream of a crazy man.
Whoa! Anya, did you see that?
In terms of plot, Special Agent Cortez is on the trail of strange time-altering crystals. Naturally, this is just an excuse for a huge number of scenery changes, and Cortez will encounter an eclectic mix of temporary companions on the way.
Whoa! Damn it! Wow, man! Are you for real? Hey.
He's not averse to helping himself out either. Present and future Cortezes can team up, and in one memorable episode, where your future self is trying to fire a rocket at an enemy helicopter, you protect him from armed opponents before hopping through time and picking up the launcher yourself. With the epic shooters of 2004 now behind us, it's certainly refreshing to have a game that's long and tough, but doesn't forget that carnage needs to be entertaining before it's inspiring. This, with its great set pieces and imaginative level design, is that game. TimeSplitters Future Perfect is the zippy stepchild of the likes of Duke Nukem, and that, dual weapons or no dual weapons, is a blast from the past we can all enjoy. Zombie deer, fruit machines, and ninja sides of meat. See, we knew we'd eventually find something missing from Halo 2. Something for the sequel, Bungie?
But we have no way of knowing where he jumped to.
Would this help?
Well, if I took a scan of the photo, I could identify the surrounding landscape with our topographical database. Then, I might be able to deduce some probable locations.
How about Stanislav Train Depot, September 4th, 1969?
What?
It's on the back of the photo.
Film classic The Godfather is being made into a game.
Someday, and that day may never come, I may call upon you to do a service for me.
We tracked down the film's stars, Robert Duvall and James Caan, at a party in New York's Little Italy to get the scoop straight from the horse's head. Sorry, I mean mouth.
For posterity, but not necessarily our posterity. Right. For kids and families and everything.
The project first gained credibility when Marlon Brando signed to reprise his Oscar-winning role of Don Vito Corleone shortly before he died.
You know, it's incredibly sad. I mean, you know, he was so excited about the project when we showed him all the early renders and images of him and stuff. He was so into it. He was putting the tissue paper in his mouth and he was working on getting back into that character again after so many years.
Until that day, accept this as a gift.
With Brando involved, his co-stars wanted a piece of the action.
Bobby, first of all, he called me. He said, I'm not calling you about somebody.
Yeah, we
Sounded like you.
We would do it.
Some guy went like,
We would do it in Texas Chainsaw.
yeah. No, obviously Marlon did it, and I know Bobby did it.
Yeah.
That was great, you know, so.
Brando would do it.
For me, it was like the notion that my kids could play with me even if I'm not there, you know what I mean?
All right. But your war's costing us a lot of money. Nothing's coming in.
Performing their roles as Mafia Consigliere Tom Hagen and Sonny Corleone, Duvall and Caan didn't find it hard to conjure up that old magic.
No more cilantro tricks. You give him one message.
You give him one message, I want cilantro. Now that's all I want.
Came quick. Yeah. Didn't you find?
Very,
like we'd done it the week
immediate.
before. Like looping a movie that just came. I don't know, it was interesting. That it sits in the back of your head or wherever.
I kept talking like that, actually, to be honest with you,
Did you?
because I got better tables everywhere I went and
I
everything
know, I
like
noticed
that.
that. Yeah, over here, bada bing.
Oh, yeah, come on.
The veteran stars allowed their faces to be motion captured as they reenacted famous scenes from the classic film.
This is business, not personal. They shot my father.
Even the shooting of your father was business, not personal, Sonny.
Even the shooting of your father was business, not personal, Sonny.
Well, then business will have to suffer, all right? Listen, Tom, do me a favor. Please, no more advice on how to patch things up. Just help me try to win this thing, okay?
But were they pleased with the results?
This eye should be cut.
My neck should be thicker, so I look a little more intimidating. Let's talk to this artist. Let me have a little word with him. I remember having hair like that, though.
After jointly starring in numerous movies, featuring in a game was a new experience for the legends.
I never had a picture that made a voiceover game. You know, I mean, that made a game. You know, I had a couple that didn't even make it to the theater.
You can change the course of fictional history, right? As you do things, you can change and have options. I'm sure it's very fascinating for an audience to do that.
Hopefully the story can't change too much. It's not every game that has Oscar-winning stars reading an Oscar-winning script.
A lot of guys think the path to power is blazed with knives and guns. But it was Vito Corleone who taught me that a lawyer with his briefcase can steal more than 100 men with guns.
The Godfather is due out in September 2005, and we look forward to making our bones, going to the mattresses, and practicing our best. Forget about it.
Thank you very much. You're very kind. Merry Christmas.
What the hell?
Next up, want to know what's really going on in the games industry? Well, we've got the inside track right here. It's Spam Filter. After the disappointment of the Enter the Matrix and the Matrix Online games, wannabe Keanu Reeves will be able to test their skills as the One next year with Shiny Entertainment's second Matrix title, The Path of Neo. This time round, you'll get the chance to play Neo rather than the movie's supporting characters. Let's hope it's third time lucky for the Matrix franchise. Microsoft is hoping to steal a hardware lead over arch-rival Sony by launching the Xbox 2 before PlayStation 3. Sony dominate the home console market, with the PS2 outsending the Xbox by 4-1. The suits at Microsoft are hoping that launching their next-generation Xbox in time for Christmas 2005 will help slash Sony's lead. The Bat is back in cinemas and on console this summer. Batman Begins is hoping to reinvigorate the Batman movie franchise, and a tie-in game from Electronic Arts has signed up big-name talent from the film, including new Dark Knight Christian Bale and Liam Neeson, who'll both voice and appear in the Gotham Vigilante's latest console adventure. Not content with topping global sales charts, Need for Speed Underground is set to wheel spin its way into the arcades later this year. Need for Speed Arcade Makeover will include network play and improved graphics. As Bill Murray once said in the movie Tootsie, that is one nutty hospital. Well, Bill, it looks like this hospital's gone one better. I've had my fair share of accidents in the past, but I've never seen a doctor trying to heal somebody like he's Aladdin. Or a nurse performing a rain dance, for that matter. Welcome to the world of ER, a Sim-style spin-off from the show where there's no blood, all doctors are fantastically attractive, and people talk about their love lives while suturing. The voices of Noah Wiley, Sherry Stringfield and Mackie Pfeiffer will all be included, so you can look forward to being patronised by celebrities as you work.
I don't think I've ever seen a white coat look that crispy.
Looks harmless enough.
That's what you said about Pratt.
The main game seems simple enough at this stage. Patients are diagnosed in the waiting room, assigned a bed, and then treated. Successful healing sessions may produce perks from grateful patients, or alternatively, you may need to send them to the labs for more tests. Yes, that is a circus clown. You'll have to look after yourself too. Stress problems can be solved fully clothed in the gym, and hygiene problems fully clothed in the shower. Like we said, this is one nutty hospital. Additionally, your new doctor will have to keep an eye on energy levels and eat and rest regularly.
Take good care of that heiress. I'm counting on you.
Throughout your shift, which in a nod to realism lasts about 4 days, you'll learn everything there is to know about modern doctrine. If you think you can handle the life, even a made-up Hollywood one, ER moves from screen to monitor this April.
Welcome to County, safe harbor for the sick, the weak, the dying, and the drunk. Hope you paid attention in med school.
Still to come, campus craziness from the Sims University. We check out the latest arcade hardware. And we're hacking and slashing with the Dungeon Lords. Don't go changing, see you in 3.
Get up to speed and transform your gaming experience with Blue Yonder Broadband Internet.
Meet the world's first family of bounty hunters.
He'll never forget the day he met the dog.
Dog, the Bounty Hunter, tonight at 10, exclusively on Bravo.
We were the 101st Airborne. The first ones in. Outnumbered and outgunned. For 8 days, I watched my men kill and be killed. For 8 days, we weren't just soldiers.
It's good to see you guys.
We were brothers.
Brothers in Arms, Road to Hell 30, out this Friday.
If you're a builder, plumber, carpenter, or electrician, I've got 2 words to say to you. Screwfix Direct. Call 08000 68 78 88 for a free Screwfix Direct catalogue. I did, and it saved me time, money, and effort. Everything in here is top quality at rock-bottom prices, and it's 100% ex-stock. So whatever I order before 5, Screwfix Direct aim to deliver it the very next day. Here's one I ordered yesterday. Call now on free phone 08000 68 78 88. You'll be glad you did.
Someday, you'll be able to find the best deals with just one call. Someday, you won't have to pay the middleman because he won't exist. With Dell, someday is today. Get instant savings in our March sale, like this Dell PC featuring the powerful Intel Pentium 4 processor. Save £50. Buy now, pay 2006. Other Dell desktops start at just £349 and come with £50 off in our March sale. Someday, everything will be as easy as Dell. Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processors. You won't find Dell in the shops, so call or go online.
Ever noticed how it's always the simple things that make us feel safe and secure? AOL have. So we've made sure our exclusive new Safety and Security Center couldn't be easier to use. As well as our latest parental control filters, in seconds, you can help protect your PC from billions of spam emails, spyware, and email viruses. To keep you and your family more secure online, call us now on 0800 331 6000.
Have you been injured, had an accident at work, or on the road, or in a public place? Unsure if you have a claim for compensation, concerned about hidden charges? Now, there is no need to worry. The Personal Injury Helpline will handle your claim with no charges and nothing taken from the money you're awarded. So, for a risk-free quality service, call us free now on 0800 085 1715. If you don't make the call, you'll never know.
Where can you find a car insurer who'll not only protect your maximum no-claim discount, but also keep it protected for life? Simple. Call More Than now on 0800 300 202. Your premium will never go up just because you've made a claim. And with our comprehensive cover, we'll even give you a free courtesy car while yours is being fixed. You could save up to 40% when you switch. So for car insurance, don't accept less than More Than. Call now on 0800 300 202.
If you're looking for a low-rate personal loan, Alliance and Leicester have set their rate at, wait for it, 5.9%. Now that's low. Lower than Barclays? Lower than NatWest? Lower than HSBC. If you borrowed £7,500 over 5 years, just look at what you could save. Call Alliance and Leicester today on free phone 0800 056 2113. 5.9%. Now that really is low.
Alliance and Leicester, a real plus.
Kid, I know this town like the back of my hand.
Hey, that's new. From the creators of Ice Age. They're well-built.
Oh, dear. Oh, now they're arm wrestling.
Well-maintained.
This is my third oil change today. Something's wrong with me.
And they're fighting back.
We're here to save you! How do you think it's going so far?
Robots.
Get up to speed and transform your gaming experience with Blue Yonder broadband internet.
Welcome back to Gamer TV. Now a review which really packs a punch. Seconds out for Fight Night Round 2.
Punch puts him down again, and he's in real trouble now.
Whenever a digital boxer steps into the console ring, you'll find a baying crowd of gamers ready to pull on the gloves and duke it out. Last year, when EA's Knockout King series reinvented itself as Fight Night, we were hit hard with its lifelike bounce. Now it's back from its corner and ready for a second round on the PS2, Xbox and GameCube. As before, there's a formidable roster of pugilists to contend with. Modern-day champs such as Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones Jr. can go toe-to-toe with boxing's all-time legends.
The greatest, Muhammad Ali!
Here we go with the start of the fight.
If you prefer to make your own contender, you can do so using the analog sticks to sculpt them to your exact specifications. High-tech training sessions will also keep them fighting fit. While Fight Night 2004 was no slouch in the graphics department, Round 2 smacks you in the face with stunningly realistic fighters that sweat, bruise and bleed convincingly.
Hard and down he goes. Yet another knockdown.
Repeated fashions will soon show on their faces. If they can't see, they can't punch, so the introduction of a Cutman feature between rounds allows you to treat their swelling features and stop excessive blood leakage. The intuitive stick control system returns with some major improvements. When it all gets too much, a quick clinch will give your boxer a much-needed breather. Pull off a massive hook or uppercut and you're let loose with a haymaker blow that can put your opponent straight onto the canvas. Fight Night has come back rougher and tougher to defend its title here. When the bell rings, it still holds the belt for being the most brutally realistic boxing game around. The phenomenal success of The Sims ensured it was always going to be well serviced with expansion packs. Last year, a fully fledged PC sequel took artificial intelligence to another level, and not long afterwards we get the first Sims 2 expansion, The Sims 2 University. Yes, the Sims are off to get a higher education and all the things that go with it, namely daytime soap operas and the sort of wild, punch-fueled frat parties that annihilate top grades. With 3 different institutions of learning on offer, the game's college setting provides a host of additional features and scenarios. The most obvious is the new young adulthood age group with its own range of needs and fears. Students can find many ways to express themselves and their newfound independence. These include pool hustling, starting a band, or pulling practical jokes on everyone, which is bound to make you really popular. There is occasional learning to be done, of course, but thankfully your Sims attend their lectures without you. Each semester you'll get their results, and new career paths become available should your Sim actually manage to graduate. The Sims 2 engine does a great job of creating a lively campus with plenty of detail for your Sims to discover in their pursuit of knowledge. They say school days are the happiest of your life. For some Sim fanatics, school days will last forever, which makes this a worthy addition to the franchise.
con chágala.
Everyone in Japan loves arcade games, fact. But we thought coin-op went the way of the dodo in the West somewhere around 1996. So when we went to the ATEI arcade show at Earl's Court, we expected some of this. And maybe a little of this. But what we weren't expecting was all of this. Yes, peripherals, hydraulically enhanced games, and surgically enhanced women seem to be the order of the day. Names like Konami, Namco and Sega dominated the show, but despite their dance mats, spaceships and mini bowling lanes, it was the familiar combination of beat-em-ups, light guns and fast cars that dominated proceedings. Perhaps the biggest draw of the show was Tekken 5, and we could see why. Namco's premier beat-em-up is still essentially an arcade experience.
Our coin-op hardware runs 33% faster than it's going to on the PlayStation. We're building a lot of added value into the experience, just on the software titles.
Sega had the other big hits of the show with Outrun 2SP and Ghost Squad, both ably assisted by these classy ladies. But of course, that's not the reason people came.
There's now a choice of 10 Ferraris, 30 courses, 15 European, 15 American, and you sit in a car that looks like a Ferrari F360. What more can you want?
Judging by these two, a nice warm jumper. Anyway, while some console games might take their lead from the arcades, it seems the traffic isn't just one way.
Interesting enough, we have another product called Revolt, where it was originally a PC game and has now subsequently been developed to move into the arcade sector with a full motion base.
ATEI gives the coin-op industry the opportunity to show off all its latest innovations.
The big thing for this year for Sega is the card technology, either in the format of Ghost Squad, or use the smart card technology to allow you to access parts of the games you can't as a normal player, or in card collecting.
But not everyone is looking to the future.
I was a great fan of Gallagher.
While a disturbing number of the punters were men in suits, we saw out some real people to find out what they thought of arcades, consoles and the future of gaming.
Console game is good at home, but arcade is different.
It's more old school, but it's all good.
Shooting games, I reckon, are better in the arcade, but most other things are better on console, I reckon.
Driving games need to have a handbrake. Console games are better, but obviously the way you play them, arcade games with the guns and everything's probably pips it at that.
With a home experience, it's just you and your mates, but if you go out to the arcades, then you can meet new people and, you know, share experiences with them.
I reckon the arcades will still be around 10 years' time, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them going out anytime soon.
So there you have it. Arcades may not be around forever, but they do offer a different, more social experience than playing at home. It's good to know that arcades aren't resting on the glories of their past. If you think the players of role-playing games are pretty unpopular these days, then spare a thought for the game's poor heroes. It's one thing being ignored at parties and quite another when everybody in the room tries to stab you with a cocktail stick. Take Dungeon Lords, for example, an upcoming fantasy RPG from Dreamcatcher. Load the game, create a character, and then spend a good few hours being savaged by everything in sight. This is not a friendly world. It's a good thing then that you'll be armed with a rather daunting range of weapons. It's an even better thing that you'll be a dab hand at the old spells too. Some of these will be pretty devastating, and our favourite in this early version was the one that slowed time down, allowing you to hack at your sluggish enemies in a marvellously self-indulgent way. Be careful though, it's always rather embarrassing to summon the undead when you don't need to. Dungeon Lords is the creation of veteran RPG wizard D.W. Bradley, a man who acts as if he's got the Lord of the Rings tattooed on the inside of his eyelids, and indeed, probably has. Expect nasty killer wolves, killer bats, killer goblins, killer brigands, and terrifying killer snakes. The safest thing in this game is, in fact, the scenery. The game's due out in late April. In the meantime, it might be an idea to look up the Elvish for Please Don't Hit Me, I've Got a Terrible Heart Condition. It's time for us to pack away our book of spells and armour now. We'll see you next time for more Gamer TV.
Menage. Pop, what happened?
Get up to speed and transform your gaming experience with Blue Yonder broadband internet.
It's not the dark you should be afraid of. It's what's hiding in there.
Fright Night, 25th of March at 9 p.m. only on Bravo.
The Citroën Zara Picasso. Free your mind. The Zara Picasso now comes with up to a £3,900 saving. Drive away Britain's favourite MPV from just £9,995 until the 31st of March. Citroën stands for value.
If you have a current account with some of the big banks,